Hello everyone, today I'm doing a comparison between a large Moleskine notebook and a X17 notebook in a A5 size. So let's get started. First of all, the Moleskine notebook, this one's a soft cover one. It has 192 pages, comes with an elastic strap, bookmark, pocket in the back, and this one's a lined one. I completely filled this up and used it as a journal. Here it says Moleskine in the back. It's a leatherette cover. It's pretty soft, and it's made in China, rounded edges right here. And this is the soft cover version, as I said, 192 pages. Also is available as a hardcover with 240 pages. I did an in-depth review of a Moleskine in the past, so if you're interested in that, check out my channel. And since I've filled this up completely, I cannot show you a writing sample in this. So I have a small pocket Moleskine right here. I want to show you the paper real quick. It's a cream-colored paper. It's a fountain pen, ballpoint pen, gel pen, ballpoint pen, and a pencil. And then in the back, there is some ghosting and then some bleed through with the fountain pen. So it's average paper quality. It's not very fountain pen friendly. So this is the paper of the Moleskine. And then the X17, as I said, it's an A5. It is made in Germany, comes with a 17-year warranty on the actual leather cover. And dimensions are on the notebook 14.5 by 21.3 centimeters or 5.7 by 8.4 inches. And then the inside, the inserts, the notebooks are 14.2 centimeters by 21 centimeters or 5.6 by 8.3 inches. So this one's, as I said, a leather one. It's a Belgian vegetable tint leather, and the color is a beautiful chestnut. So this is what the cover looks like. It is stitched here around. You can see the stitching. It has some cutout here for the elastic strap that it comes with. And then this is refillable notebook. It's a Midori style notebook where you can, switch out the inserts, and this one comes with 4 inserts, and you can see the edges of it, and the notebooks line up with the cover pretty well. There's not much overhang there. As I said, here you have the elastics that go around the notebook, as you can see. And then there's also cutouts in the actual leather and in the notebook, so everything really stays in place with this notebook, because I've had other travels notebooks before and it felt a little flimsy to me because all the notebooks, all the inserts like hang on one big elastic that goes through the binding, and here all of them are separated, so it makes everything in there feel a little bit more secure. You can also get this only with 2 or 3 inserts. There are different versions available of this cover. And so that 4 inserts, each insert has 64 pages, so it's a total of 256 pages. So there's a lined one. All the pages are numbered, and they're also micro perforated. I'm not sure if the camera picks this up. Where is it? Right here. I think you can see this, yeah. So you can detach pages without the entire thing falling apart. So there's also a dot grid version, 5mm dots, and a lined one, also 5mm lines. And then there's a 2.5mm graph notebook available. There's tons of different inserts like calendars and pouches and pockets and like planner type stuff. So there's a lot of different varieties of in a way that can use that. And let's try to find the writing sample. Here it is. This is 80-gram paper, so it's a little bit thicker than the Moleskin, and it has a wee bit of tooth to it, but it still feels pretty smooth. So start out, there is the pencil, ballpoint pen. There's a 4mm gel pen, a 7mm gel pen, and then a fountain pen. And this paper performs pretty well. There's maybe a tad of, not really any feathering. As you can see, and in the back there is some ghosting, but there's no bleed through at all with the fountain pen, so this paper is actually quite fountain pen friendly. And as I said, the paper is white, or slightly off-white if you compare it to a Moleskin. You can see the difference here. So there you go. You see that? It's quite different. And it's got also elastic closure that you can attach to the notebook here. And this notebook actually lies open flat, unlike other travel style notebooks, and it actually stays open as well. And you have more writing space than you would have in like a typical Modori, which is something I also like about this particular notebook. And I've tried switching out the inserts here, and then actually I noticed that the elastic stained the paper a little bit, but I found a tutorial on YouTube on how to remove the inserts, so you got to pull this all the way out and then over, and then you won't stain your paper. So I figured that out. This is quite a bit thicker than the Moleskin. When you line those two up, you can see the Moleskin here and then the X17. So there's quite a bit of difference. And this is also a bit heavier, not that much heavier, but a bit heavier than the Moleskin notebook, and a bit wider, as you can see right here. It's about 1 centimeter more, or 1.5 centimeters. So that's the difference. And those are two different notebook styles. Here it's stitched and bound. You cannot switch anything out. You can't really tear any pages without the notebook possibly falling apart on you. So this is a great notebook that's like for, you know, stream of consciousness writing, journaling, where you don't need to really organize as much, in my opinion, in terms of the notes you take. Whereas here you have a system where you can organize your thoughts, your life, your days. You can add in, you know, a calendar, and then have a notebook for, you know, to-do lists and projects that you're working on. So it gives you a lot more possibility and opportunity to really organize everything the way you want it and customize it to your own needs. So nothing's really like set in there, like how you have to use it. You can, you know, have a calendar in the front or in the back or whatever you want. You know, you have a lot of freedom with this type of notebook that I really enjoy and appreciate, and everything's numbered, so you can write yourself a little index, so you can find your notes much more easily. So that's like the main difference, I think, how you use those. I mean, you can also do that with a Moleskin and, you know, compartmentalize it and, you know, have like 30 pages on like different topics and so on, and put tabs in there if you want to. But here, just from the get-go, you know, it's automatically more organized because it is separate notebooks that you can take out and switch out. And if you fill one up, you don't have to like discard the entire notebook, but just switch one out, and you always have the cover that can use over and over again. So this is slightly more eco-friendly than buying a new Moleskin every single time. And price, yeah, the leather cover is more expensive as a, you know, initial expense, but then the actual notebooks, I think, actually slightly cheaper than purchasing Moleskin, or around the same price, but I think it's slightly cheaper. You can go on their website and check it out if you want. One thing I noticed here also is that the elastic stains or scratches the leather cover a little bit, so there's something to keep in mind. If you don't want that, then don't really use that. or find a different solution for that. It's the only thing, and yeah, that I noticed with this as well. On that, I think both are great notebooks. Each of one have their place. It's really just a matter of personal preference, what type of notebook you prefer. So it's a little bit, thinner, lighter. But as I said, you can also get this with only 2 or 3 inserts, or you take a couple of inserts out, and then the whole thing will be lighter for carrying around in your pocket. I think that this is probably a bit of a better quality product since it's made in Germany, you have a 17-year warranty on the cover, and then this is made in China, and the paper quality has been declining with Moleskin over the years, and this one's fountain friendly and this one's not really. So in the end, it's up to you which one you prefer. And yeah, just wanted to show you these 2 different notebooks and notebook systems and how you can use them, and just my thoughts on that. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. For more notebook videos, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.